Fellow citizens of Ambazonia, una ran hear La Republique their propaganda for their lapdog, terrorist-in-chief, Dion Ngute. Well, today, na me, the spokesman of the Ambazonian Governing Council, I want to come bring una the facts and the truth and for open una eye for give una a window into Ambazonian community school. But first, make una hear the propaganda and the lies where Cameroon it deceive itself and it try to deceive the world. Make una our own citizens them una know the truth of which way it happened on the ground. Una first listen for propaganda.
We know the account for 150,000. We don't know where they don't go. Whether they're still there for their own villages, they know they go school, we don't know.
Well, so the colonial prime minister talks say you don't know who's way Ambazonian picking the way they for royal area then they whether they go for school or not, then no. We go tell them exactly who said then they and which way did they do. Make una first continue for listen the propaganda.
We get picking them where they don't reach 10, 11 years, they don't feel read, they don't feel write. Because they inside places where school is not there.
So Black Leg and Enabler Ngute talk say our picking them where they for inside Ambazonian liberated area, most for rural area them, then they for places school they know how to read and write. Well, I go show now our picking them for inside liberated area and rural area them. Make una assess una take una eye una see them.
Because we know for town, for like Bamenda, like Kumba, like Kondo Titi, like Mundemba, like Manfe, Bangam, all those places, schools they go on, no be so.
This is the truth away from Cameroon self-deception. In urban areas in Ambazonia, 70% of the schools are going on under Ambazonian control. They are all community schools authorized by the Ambazonian Governing Council and our sister forces of the other factions. Only 30% are still under tough condition going on, and they are mainly Cameroon colonial government schools. That's why you see in our urban areas, students do not put on uniform. That is how you would know whether the schools are under Ambazonian control and authority under Cameroon. So get that one clear and let me show you what is going on in Ambazonian controlled areas.
But for those rural villages, schools no they go. If person no get money for take it picking, send them outside. Nobody go stay for our house for village, you know they go school. And we know all we would they here, we don't be this level, we not say na school make we wait till we be.
Well, we know say Atanganji poor na from 3 drop out, you know they for place where they na because na school make you wait we be. We know say you Dion Ngute, they not be first they respect you or look you like anything. Now because Ambazonia ran rise now why that you dey for place where they. Majority of our people they don't go for school, they don't turn the drive na Bensikin. The generation where you get 2 million for outside of the millennials them. Now people they don't go school, there is no future for our children. Now I go take una for our rural areas and our liberated areas for the vast majority, make una see the truth away from Cameroon propaganda.
This is the Ambazonia Governing Council Transitional Authority reconnecting liberated areas to other areas. Today, the 25th of August, 2022, we are at one of the liberated zones precisely in Manu to kick off.
Well, this one na inside the great state of Manu. Na Ambazonian liberated area this under the control of the Ambazonian Governing Council with a kick-off activity for launch our community school and school program them for the youth for teach our own picking them how to read and how to write. This one na complete Ambazonian initiative. New schools being built in areas where school nobody exists before. Teachers being volunteered to come and teach their own children. This one for sure now. The reality on the ground away from Cameroon deception and Cameroon propaganda. Cameroon have lost legitimacy. They are out of touch with the reality. Ambazonia is moving on for self-governance, self-determination to completely take over our country and the responsibility of our country by us, the indigenous people of this land. It is our land. It is our country. We will rebuild it block by block away from Cameroon colonization. This is the truth on the ground.
This is the Ambazonia Governing Council Transitional Authority reconnecting liberated areas to other areas. Today, the 25th of August, 2022, we are...
Yes, you heard very clearly. The 25th of August, 2022. Now live, This is the reality in Ambazonian liberated areas. Our children, well organized, well uniformed, well structured, attending Ambazonian transitional authority schools run by Ambazonians for a better future on a very tight budget for that matter. This is to show you that we are responsible and our children know how to read and write. This is the reality on the ground, and we'll continue to do so until our country is completely under our control. Now, let me take you to other villages.
Community and primary school bandits and advice to the Ambazonia defense force. A soldier defend and fight for the people so as to make them happy. I also want to tell you that you should put God first in all that you do, because the fear of Lord is the beginning of wisdom. And the Ambazonia defense force use the wisdom from the Lord and the independence we are all looking for. We will ask.
Now, when I hear wisdom, indigenous wisdom, praising Ambazonia Defense Forces for fighting a just fight using wisdom from the Lord. This one, of course, na video for last year, October 1, but na year number 3, where this school then they go on community school, raised up from the dust by Ambazonian Governing Council for Ambazonia. Now, our Pekin in this well-dressed, well-cultured, learning and speaking properly very well more than the Ngute. They will be the ones to resolve our problems with technology and innovation from the base grass hop up. So make a show na other areas make una see Ambazonian students in liberated areas away from Cameroon propaganda, make una know the truth. So these are Ambazonian communities that have been liberated from Cameroon control and Cameroon dominion, Cameroon administration, colonial administration. Our children are going to school. They are learning how to read and write. Cameroon have lost all legitimacy and its presence. They cannot even maintain administrative presence. The problem in our country is Cameroon. That is the problem. Otherwise, we are moving forward. So let's continue to fight this colonial regime of La Republique and make sure our territory is free so that we can govern our territory even better than the time of trusteeship agreement. So there are many other community schools going on across our territory. Of course, and Ngute and Cameroon and their agents, and they are not aware of these things because they are out of touch with ground zero. This is Ambazonia on the ground. This is the reality. So La Republique du Cameroon, Cameroon, they the one deceive we say our Pekin they don't know how to read and write. They never village area and they know they go to school. When I watch, do one Ambazonian community school now watch?
These ones are level 3. Those who were in class 4, 5, and those who entered class 6 and came out.
So Ambazonian, trust in yourself and trust in us. Trust our ability to initiate initiative for our own people. We are there for our people. We are liberating our people. We are empowering our people. That is the meaning of liberation war. We must come together, support this initiative, and make sure that collectively and effectively we will put our country in a position where it will attract the right attention for recognition of our right of self-determination, to educate ourselves, to govern ourselves, because we have demonstrated time and again that we can govern ourselves, we can teach our own children, we can raise a school standard that can be recognized by the international community to certify and acknowledge and recognize our own certification. We start from small. Yes, we'll get now only 8 schools, the whole dance starting from grass. That means a school for places school no be day. And then 4 other one the way, now either way, other forces that the controller will then help them for setting up. And we'll get even much more number of community school when a private and a religious institution where they administer them as community school. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ambazonia, I want for those showcase our community school effort on the ground being led by the governing council. We are also encouraging all factions everywhere Ambazonian soldiers have liberated them. Not just to focus only on killing Ekelebe. Yes, Ekelebe we must kill. But even more important, for educate our own children and give them according to the Declaration of the Rights of the Children and Women, the charter where the governing council then just give us for encourage all communities say we get the responsibility for educate our own. So this is the reality on the ground, away from Cameroon propaganda and distraction from their agents. We must focus on these efforts, this tangible effort, to make sure that we can educate ourselves and free our own homeland. So may God bless una, and may una be inspired by these images of our community school, away from propaganda from La Republique, and make all our picking them then come back how they then begin to come back. We can educate ourselves, join education, and make our own picking the way they don't go far for book. Me them begin come back to for educate. The one the way they live abroad, me them begin send money for school them also more do them. We don't do all the one with almost no budget. We never ask any man anything. But they ask our people. So we need to make na empty noise or propaganda. This one are the reality of what we are doing. So support the governing council and our initiative as the most effective way to provide leadership, and we will engage and collaborate with everybody to do the same. God bless you now.